So we like clothes.
We always have.
We always have. In fact, we became friends because of our
We
clothes.
did indeed.
Because when we were younger and everybody was in gray suits and floppy bow ties, those had a name, whatever those things were called, and ugly shoes, so that we just blended into the woodwork and faded away.
Which was a good first step
Yeah,
in the
we had those,
workforce. Yes.
but we seem to have come out as women around the same time. And I remember I had a pink leather suit, and you had zebra or some
We both
animal
had
something
very
suit.
animated
We
clothing.
had animated clothing,
Yes, we did.
and we noticed each other because of that, and we continued to be animated in our clothing. My shoes were probably higher than yours, but other than
For a
that,
little while, I had high-heeled shoes, but then I gave that up.
yeah, I lasted
You
longer.
did last longer, yes.
But we were into pretty non-traditional looks, not unprofessional, but non-traditional looks for work.
And it's partly because we loved clothes because it was fun to get dressed up, but it was partly because we realized the first thing anyone's encountered with us was what we looked like. So we wanted to look great so that people's first impression would be there's a person of substance and it's got to be a woman given all that color. So let's just see what's going on over there.
Yeah, and I also think when we were young, we didn't open our mouth very much, so it kind of announced our presence in ways that we didn't with our, orally.
Right. And
We
it
kind of
didn't.
did that physically. So we had closetfuls of clothes, often purchased at consignment shops because those give you freedom to experiment in ways that department stores don't. Um, and then we retired. And the
Yes.
question is, oh, that's a lot of clothes. What are we going to do with them? And some people suggested we give them away.
And it was clothes that we knew we weren't going to wear all those suits again. Maybe
Right,
some of them, and we loved them. So we had
right.
to have a plan for the suits, especially.
And the dresses. I had
Yes.
a lot of dresses. And so over time, I think what we've realized is most of it could be repurposed. You can wear jackets with jeans. I can't say that I kept a lot of the dresses. I kept the leather ones, but I didn't keep a lot of the other ones. But I kept a lot of the shoes because they're good to go out occasionally.
Right. The jackets are great.
The
Yeah.
jackets work, the shirts work,
The skirts went away,
the
but
skirts kind
but
of
the jackets are good with everything, and they you can also since we don't go to court anymore or whatever, you could put things on them like big sequins and pins and stuff and make them quite jazzy, and that's fun.
yeah. And then got a whole new wardrobe of flatter shoes. So that my one big change in my wardrobe is sneakers. I never had sneakers.
Well, you were just a little slow on the uptake because I did
Yes.
that 30 years earlier. But yes,
Yeah, now I have a lot of glittery sneakers, but I
yes,
didn't back then.
yep. But we still think it's really important to dress. We feel in fact, the older women get, the more we think they should look like they know who they are, they know what they are worth, they know what they want to do in the world, and they're people to be reckoned with. And you do that by dressing well.
Yeah, I mean, I have totally noticed the difference with which you are treated, whether it's a store or a restaurant or any public place. You're treated differently if you show up looking like you're out in public. I mean, you're out and about, as opposed to in exercise clothes, as comfortable as they are, or sweat clothes, which I don't really have. But it's different. People treat you differently.
They do. And of course, a lot of people's clothes took a big hit during COVID, but it's time to get over that. And
Yeah, I mean, there's some good new inventions. There's some really great new pants with elasticized waists, especially in the back. I mean, there's some good things that came out of that. No reason you can't be comfortable,
no,
but I think some of the best looking women on the streets of New York these days are older women. I can't say the same for the men. Men seem to have totally gone the other direction and been absolutely beautifully clothed at work, and now seem to have abandoned ship.
well, it may never have been as important to them as it was to us to look good.
I have no idea what that's about, actually. I have zero idea.
We'll try to find that
Therapy,
out.
therapy.